Hello everyone, Sriram here. This is from ShriLearning, and we give success stories for project management, agile, and scaled agile certifications. We have always someone talking about some new story, telling that how their preparation went on. Every story is unique in nature. The reason is the way of preparation, looking the exam perspective, their experience all counts. So in that, we have a Praveena in front of us who cleared PMP by December 3rd. First, congratulations, Praveena, for this wonderful achievement.
Thank you.
Okay, she's so humble person. She worked hard very much for this exam, irrespective of the job nature and up and down. I think she don't have the work from home facility. She has to go to office. On top of that, she was able to prepare well and crack this exam. So first, we'll see the certificate and come back to the story of how she prepared. First thing, certificate here. Here it goes. All right, she cleared by December 3rd. Yeah, that's interesting. So by the way, Praveena, you had the date in mind already planned. How you targeted this?
So actually, I planned for September,
Okay.
and it got postponed to October again.
Okay.
Then finally December.
Okay, you decided beyond 2021, I should not think about PMP.
Yeah,
it should be done.
That's definitely.
Okay, great. So give a little background about you. What do you do and where you come from? How you came for PMP?
So actually, I am currently working in pharma domain as an associate scientist in Bangalore only. And I'm basically from Hyderabad and currently working in Bangalore since last 4 years now. And I actually thought of taking up this project management in 2019 when I first attended your demo class live.
Right.
And at that time, I was not very clear about what exactly PMP is, what exactly project management is, how to actually go for it and all. So for that demo class, at that time itself, I decided that I would want to go for it, but there were some other circumstances that happened, and I went ahead with Prince 2 at that time. And so I got this Prince 2 certification, and I was sure if I do PMP and it would be with Sriram only. So then I had looked for the ShriLearning by 2021 in the beginning of year.
Good.
And then I contacted Rahul and I got to know that now there are no live classes as such. And now it's all online. So I just went ahead.
Right. COVID impact happened as I know this is interesting. 2019, remember you came for the classes, but that time the syllabus was slightly different. In a way, the time you took helped you now, which added the latest content, which we call more of agile hybrid model, right? So tomorrow, if you go for a next job or a current job, you can speak for the new concepts, right? You don't have to sit and read separately. It is part of your learning. In a way, you have to be happy for that, what happened.
Yeah, right.
Great. Also, I know that you being a scientist and you have to be in the pharma and you have to be in office, right? There's no work from home facility. If that's the case, how do you manage your studies? Because in COVID season, people gave a credit. Because of COVID, I'm home. I'm having at least 2-3 hours per day. I'm reading it. Now, what is your reading pattern and how do you manage?
So weekends after the classes got over, then I started reading first on weekends only, because on weekdays, Monday to Friday, I hardly used to get maybe 1 to 2 hours after coming back from office. And so on weekdays, I started it, but there was a gap in between. Like, I think somewhere in July and August, I had much of a workload in office. So after coming back home, I had no patience to even open the book. So July and August, there was a break again. And then September onwards, I just took it like I have to do it anyway. And it's like more time I used to spend on weekends. And on weekdays after coming, I made sure that, the work in office gets over by 6 o'clock at least, max to max. And by the time I come back home and finish all other works and start reading.
That's nice.
And I, in fact, so many people used to say that, morning, if you get up and read in the morning, then you can cover more, So I started that as well. And
Right. All
yeah,
right. Was it
but
easy waking up early morning?
not at all. I am, first of all, nocturnal completely. I can be awake till 3 o'clock also in the night, but getting up in the morning, it's impossible. So I changed it. I tried it for a week, but
Okay.
then it didn't work out. So I switched to my own way,
Routine.
routine. Mornings is not something that
Not
I
good
can do.
for you. So you stay late night and keep reading.
Yes, 3 o'clock till night, and
God,
then
man.
yeah.
That's pretty late, pretty late. It's early morning, right? By the time the milkman would have come.
So 3 o'clock, and then by 7:30 or 8, I would get up, get
Nice.
ready for office, go, come back
Perfect.
by 6 again. That
Perfect.
that was the routine.
Good, good, good. You did that. And I have observed you come for the weekly test regularly and
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday. And every time you come with some crazy tough questions. Okay. So how is your reading and exam taking? Do you found that reading is one portion, when you take the exam, slightly it's different in the sense, just reading content is different. When they ask us a question, your thinking ability should be a little more different.
Right, completely. So when I actually read the content completely in Rita or Pimbok, I was thinking that, okay, if I finish a chapter, I thought I can answer completely very well uh,
Mm.
any
Mm.
questions regarding that chapter. But when I took Rita, those exams at the end of chapter, and then ShriLearning chapter-wise exams, so there were gaps. There were many gaps with chapter-wise tests also. So then I realized, okay, only reading and going on won't help. So taking chapter tests, understanding the concept again.
Mm.
So that's how I follow.
I think that's a valuable point. Reading is fine, but keep on reading alone will not make you better.
Yeah.
That's a valuable point. And another thing is, I've seen you that, Shriram, am I ready for the exam? You will say that you're ready. Yeah, you're ready. Go for it. I can tell, really, am I ready for it? You have this question coming up. I think last 2 days before as well, you once asked, am I really ready? Please go write the exam.
I was even thinking, should I postpone it? I asked Rahul also that what is the amount I have to pay for
Oh,
second attempt. I was
okay.
not confident.
I know it's not easy. But when you take a the sample or examination, what we have mock exams, uh, were you able to maintain the 4 hours of time? Or are you able to do within the time focused?
Yes, initially for first two full mocks, there was it was difficult to sit for 4 hours,
Hmm.
mainly because I feel very hungry in between. 4 hours without eating anything is something that I can't do. So, but for first two mocks, it was difficult, but later on,
You
it
picked
got
up.
used to it.
You
Yes.
picked up. So you follow any timing for the exam, or it's also the middle of the night?
No, no. Yeah. So timings, I usually used to start after dinner, as in around 10
Morning.
o'clock in the
Okay.
night.
Okay. Okay. It's a bit of night then. 4 hours means it'll be early morning. You will complete. Okay. Nice. So reading habits goes with the Rita, PMBOK, and you do practice test in ShriLearning. I mean the chapter test. Again, chapter test in Rita you did. At the time when you were practicing, study hall was available. And study hall was a challenging. And there's some of the questions you can't digest whether it's a right answer or wrong answer. Right?
Seriously.
Hmm. So how do you analyze it? Do you go back to the books and read and analyze? What do you do?
It depends, as in when it comes to ShriLearning mock tests, the explanation was pretty much very clear.
Hmm. Hmm.
So explanation was enough for me to understand the concept
Hmm.
and satisfied with the question and the answer about it. But if there is something that I did not understand in the explanation also, I would go back and read.
Hmm.
So, but when it comes to study hall, explanation was also, for some of the questions, explanation was also not clear. So
Yeah.
I think I irritated you a lot for study hall during the
Okay. It's okay. It's not irritation. It's the way we learn. So I found you brought some of the interesting questions. I believe one weekend, I believe the majority of the time we were discussing some couple of questions from which you brought. It was a Praveena week.
Yeah.
It's good. Those questions make us to think. I don't think we found an answer that day. We discussed two questions in which one we have to somehow conclude it could be an answer.
Right.
I know study hall questions are crazy. Some of the answers also don't map with the questions. That's how it is. But it was a good learning. But you are into agile platform in your corporate?
No.
No. So now how you manage agile in that case?
Actually, while reading Agile Practice Guide, some of the concepts were pretty easy to understand because of I heard your classes, like I listened to the classes again, the video links again. I have gone through them, and but of some of the concepts which were totally like I found them completely IT kind of terminologies and all, which were quite difficult to understand for me, and I had to again Google it, exactly understand what does it mean, even each and every small IT terminologies which I was not aware of. So it's not that something I left it there because I'm not from that background, but I went ahead and Googled it, looked for what
Good,
exactly it means. So
good,
it
good.
was interesting to go. I mean,
Nice.
learn.
So now you're ready to be a project manager for IT company as well.
Sure.
Yeah. Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Right? I used to tell that, right? The people from non-IT often finding agile very interesting. So IT guys, be careful. These people are coming in.
This was seriously, Agile is pretty interesting.
Interesting. Easy, right? Easy handling. Nothing heavyweight
Easy.
there.
I don't know if it was easy because, yeah, I had to go back and see each and every terminology, but it was very interesting.
Right, right. Agile is not attached with IT. Somehow they made it attached. If not, anyone can follow Agile for a while. Okay, that's good. Super good. So you're not from Agile background, but you learned well. You read Agile Practice Guide, Rita, PMBOK, and practice tests all went well. Now that day is going to come, December 3. So last 1 week, what was your push? How was your preparation?
Uh, I planned of going ahead with my notes only because by that time I finished all 5 mocks as you suggested.
Hmm.
So 5 mocks were over and I had still had 1 week, and I thought I'll just go back and just revise my notes and look for any particular areas where I feel I'm weak. But then still I went back and then I took 2 more full mocks.
Ah,
I was somehow feeling like I need maybe more
more.
practice.
Hmm.
Yeah. And 2 full mocks and the as in revision for the questions, the explanations and all. The same day I finished it. For
Okay.
I took 1 day, 1 week off for
Hmm.
that.
I think that
So
helps, right? Staying away from office work would give some focus towards examination.
yeah,
Hmm.
especially because sitting for 4 hours of exam
Right,
after coming back from office was difficult, and then going
right.
through the explanations,
Strenuous
it needed
process.
time.
I understand. So you pushed your one more exam and revision of your content, and now comes that day. So we went for center-based or online?
Center based.
Center-based exam. So what kind of verifications are? Is it very strict verifications?
Yeah, so they checked everything,
Hmm.
as in, and they provided lockers and everything.
Hmm.
So, and it was smooth. It was very smooth, how they managed and how
Hmm.
they allotted us seats, and everything was pretty smooth.
Perfect. So now it's a 230 minutes exam, 4 hours. Now, so far you are very much at home, happy with your laptop. Now you are in a center. Now it's an exam. Slightly that exam fever will be there.
Yes, completely. It was there.
Now, whoever it is, whatever level you prepare, the moment you say exam hall, that fever will come automatically. So how you manage your time there? 4 hours. How you planned it?
So I took 10 minutes break after each 60 questions. I utilized the complete break. And the good thing is they allowed us to open our locker and just
Ah,
take food items, food and
oh,
water. That's it.
that's good. Yeah, usually
Yeah.
they don't allow. They
Yeah.
doubt that we are taking some content from the locker. Okay, so you carry
Yeah.
the food there.
Yes. I remember you asking me, are you going for exam or for picnic? You're carrying so much of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, you mentioned a lot of food items. Were you able to eat all in the 10 minutes of time?
Finished everything.
I think you are super hungry by the time. The invigilator will be watching what she's doing here. Is it exam hall
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, because whoever was coming during that break time, so one of the invigilator was present there near lockers, monitoring us.
Oh,
Yes.
he or she would be watching you while this person never had a food for last 3 days. Okay, nice. So how was the questions? Usually we get a feel that either of 3 slots, either of one slightly becomes crazy tight. Did you felt anything like that?
For me, first set was fine. I could, go through it smoothly. I found the third part, as in after the second break, that was a bit, maybe because I got exhausted or something, but I found that quite tricky questions coming up in
Oh,
third
oh,
section. Yes.
okay, okay. Are they putting anything on math calculations? You have to worry about it.
No, no, nothing. Not even one maths question.
Okay. And also, when you say tricky questions, I assume that it is a mix of multiple domain coming together. They will bring in a stakeholder and resource management, or it could be of, yeah, kind of a mixed question.
Yes, yes, those kind of. So the main, I thought I got stuck were during that risk management kind of questions and then resource management questions. So
Right.
the question was easy to understand, but then the options out of the four, even
Tricky.
after elimination,
Uh-huh.
so I was still stuck with two answers.
I understand. I understand. Okay. But how much of minutes you had when you come to the last question?
Okay, so I was still left with 5 minutes.
That's a decent time. Did you wait it for the 5 minutes to click the button? Submit.
2 minutes. I waited for 2 minutes.
Waited. Then you said, okay, guys, done. Done. So
Yeah.
are you with a gut feel I'm going to clear the exam kind of feel you had?
I had actually by
Uh-huh.
the time I finished, but then still I was in a like 50-50 mind. At times I was thinking, no, I think I'll clear it.
Clear the
But then
exam.
I was like, I don't know. Uh,
That fear will be there, right? And there are some people say that middle of the exam they start thinking, what will be the cost for second attempt? When I can do the second attempt? That's how it'll be. So when you click the last button, what was the emotion? Did you close your eyes? You're eager, waiting.
I called that invigilator
That's
and
okay.
I
There.
asked her, did I finish or am I supposed to do something else? So she was like, no, no. And I didn't see whether I passed or not. Apparently,
Right.
it should appear on the screen.
Right.
And I don't know if I have seen that screen or not. I don't even
Oh,
remember.
it went off.
I don't remember anything. Like, did I see the screen? Did I pass? What appeared? I was blank. So
Look
when I
like
called,
after closing 180 questions, that result also would like a question for you. You would have clicked next. Next.
so when I called her, I asked her, did I pass or not? She was like, I'll give you a printout outside. So
Okay.
I went out and when she took the printout, she just handed it over. There was no expression on invigilator's face. And I was looking at her thinking that
Uh,
maybe if she says congratulations, then that means I passed. But she
yeah.
didn't say anything. And
Uh,
I wondered, did I fail actually? She's not saying anything.
they are trained like that. They'll be like a robot. They look you as a crazy person. That was a crazy one. Nice, nice. Good. Nice experience of reading, going to the exam. Now, if you want to give some tips to the people who are starting preparation, what do you want to say?
I would say reading completely Rita or Pimbok, whatever is comfortable for individual, that is mandatory. And then I think after I cleared, there were 2-3 people who asked me for tips. I said I had only one thing to say: if Shriram says you are ready, that means you are ready. Go blindly, go for it blindly. You don't have to think
My
about
God, at
it.
least you said to them, because I would have said multiple times to you, ready, go for it. And you will say, no. Okay, that's nice to know. Nice to know. So there are some people still doubtful. Am I ready for the exam? Okay, like what you had. So
Yeah.
what is a gut feel after you written the exam now? Do you feel that the moment you cross 65 or 70% decent score, I think we are good to go? What is your feel on that?
Yes, yes. So if the scores are consistent, as in 65 to 70 consistently, then I think it's good to go.
I like the word consistent because sometimes it may fall down totally 55,
Yeah.
50, right? If you are consistent, it means your mindset is clear.
Hmm.
Fantastic. Super good. Nice to know this. And how about the credit to anybody around you, friends, family, they supported you for exam?
First is you, without any, it just goes to you completely, completely.
Thanks for that. But again, there
And
should be some people behind you. Your parents would be very eager to know what you're doing, how you're writing exams.
initially, because when I was in my preparation phase, they didn't knew what exactly this exam is and all that. When I was closer to exam, I was completely occupied with this. I hardly used to have time to talk to them. And because in office, obviously, I can't talk to them. And then after coming back home, I hardly had some time to finish other works and then get back to studies. So I would give them 5 minutes. Okay, fine, done. Just, hi, bye, that kind of conversation. That's it. And then I told them that I have paid this much. I have been preparing for so many months. This is very important, this and that. Then they were like, okay, okay, fine. Then they
Oh,
understood.
right. The best part of what you said is, I have paid this much. That's the best part you said. Now they'll be, oh, that's a huge.
Yeah.
Take good care, good care. Once you clear, I think your mom would have said to all the relatives around, my daughter cleared PMP.
She actually said.
They'll be proud of, what is PMP? I don't know. Some exam she cleared. Okay, that's nice. Great. Super good. First, thanks a lot, Praveena, for coming up here. It was nice listening to you. So takeaway here is read either Pembok or Rita, whichever is comfortable. And if you're not even from agile background, no need to worry. Just read the content and practice the questions carefully. Analyze it well. That's a very interesting thing. One thing I found with you is you're quick in catching up the content. Many times you come with a question, what is this? I would have said at least once with you. That's it. After that, you won't come back. And then you will go back and resolve the questions. I think you're good in grasping the content. That's pretty good, right? That's a one. And also I found you bring good questions on the weekend test, which is a good thing what you did. Because of you, many people also got some concepts. So that's a good thing you did. And again, the key takeaway here is planning exam timeline properly. I think use the 4 hours fully, completely. Recently, I do have some people who are trying to close the exam pretty early in 3 hours. Actually, it's not needed. You can use all the 4 hours completely, which will make you to answer better. Yeah, that's a point. Any final notes?
Oh, I forgot to give one credit to one of my friend also.
Sure.
So yeah, so whenever, like, obviously it was so hectic at times, and then your brain gets saturated at times. And then, but during that time, he was always available to, relieve all that stress.
Right. That's great, right? Somebody need
I,
to, stress
yeah,
buster is needed.
right. I mentioned
Motivate.
him in LinkedIn also in
All right.
my,
I can see Mr. Sambat Rao.
yeah,
Right. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's needed. Needed in the sense of, I know this exam, it's a little pressure adding, even though we know we can clear it, back of the mind, will I do that? And that too, when you write the exam, that day score is not good, your moral will drop totally down.
true.
You need to talk to someone. Good that you have some good friend around to whom you can talk and at least bring you out of that pressure, right? That's how it is.
Yeah.
Super good, super good, nice. So thanks a lot for coming up here, and I wish you apply what you learned in your corporate. And the management is a very broad industry, lot of demand. At the same time, the people who can really apply what they learn, they are the one growing higher. So before even you forget all the content, you have to start applying one by one and start executing it. That will be successful.
Right.
Super. All the best. Keep rocking. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Subscribe to ShriLearning YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Now always remain updated on more interesting topics on project management and agile.